hotel room next to mine had been empty all summer. So why did I keep hearing someone laughing inside? I was staying at a tiny hotel near the beach. Nothing fancy, just one of those places with squeaky floors, thin walls, and a receptionist who somehow knew everyone's business. My room was 214. Room 215 was right beside me. According to the receptionist, it had been empty for months. But every night, around 1:13 a.m., I'd hear laughter coming through the wall, sometimes quiet giggling, sometimes what sounded like a whole group of people talking. One night, I knocked, nothing. I knocked again. Silence. I went downstairs. Are you sure 215 is empty? The receptionist looked confused. Completely. I laughed nervously. Well, somebody's having a party in there. Stare at me. Then hand me the master key. Go check. Open the door. The room was completely empty. No furniture, no bags, no television, nothing. Just four walls and an old mirror leaning against one of them. I walked inside. The laughter started again, but this time, it wasn't coming from the wall. It was coming from the mirror. I stepped closer. My reflection was standing there, except it wasn't copying me. I raised my hand. It didn't. Instead, it pointed toward the floor. I looked down. There was a small wooden box underneath the mirror. Inside were dozens of old photographs. People laughing, playing cards, eating dinner, celebrating birthdays, all taken in that exact room. On the back of every photograph was a date and the same sentence. Best night ever. I took the box downstairs. The receptionist immediately recognized it. My grandmother kept those. She owned this hotel. I looked at the photos. So what's with the laughter? She smiled. That room used to be the hotel dining room. Families would gather there every summer. The room was eventually renovated, but my grandmother always said, if you listen closely, you can still hear the happiest nights. I laughed. That's impossible. She shrugged. Probably. That night, I went back upstairs. At 1:13, the laughter started again. This time, I didn't feel scared. I sat on the floor, closed my eyes, and listened. For a few minutes, it sounded like people were laughing right beside me. Then I heard something else. A voice, a woman's voice, softly saying, come on, you're part of the story now. I opened my eyes. The room was empty, but on the floor, there was one new photograph. It showed the hotel with me standing outside, and on the back, two words, best night.